welcome to Get Seen, Be Heard. I'm Karen Yankovich, and my co-host Christina Daves is on a bus, and she's getting off the bus any moment. And actually, my phone is binging. That's her texting me. Not sure what's going on, but she's going to be joining us any minute. She's getting off the bus and has already scoped out a Starbucks with Wi-Fi across the street from the bus terminal. So she'll be joining us soon. But I want to welcome Jennifer Johnson from Cinchshare with us today. Jennifer and I met a couple of months ago, I guess now, at a conference in New Jersey, and I loved what she's done with her business. And first of all, I love the service that she has. But why she's here today is I love the way she's built her business and the way, how I think you're very thoughtful about your business and what you do and why you're doing it. And I love that. So I kind of wanted to have you on to share that message with everybody here.
Thank you, Karen. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So Jennifer, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and Cinchshare and a little bit about your journey?
Okay. Well, let's see here. I have 4 kids, and when my youngest was about a year old, I was beginning my direct sales business and having a blast. I met Haley, and she and I hit off and have been great friends since. And I got really, really busy really fast because, with the direct sales business and trying to market online, I just had fun making brand new relationships and meeting people. And it just was something that I think that it was like a calling for me. I don't know. But I started using some other schedulers out there because I needed more time back in my day. And they all worked. There's a ton of them, and they all worked great, but they didn't save me any time. And that was what my number one thing I needed back. So I didn't want to have to worry about scheduling, for hours every night or even an hour. I wanted to just do 20 minutes and done, and then be able to get on with my day and my family and my business. And so that's when I started building Cinchshare, and I shared it with Haley, and I shared it with some other members of our team, and they absolutely loved it and said, that they had used other software as well to schedule their posts, and it would take like 3 to 5 minutes to schedule with them. And we had people timing them, and they were timing themselves scheduling with our software, and they're like, I can schedule in 11 seconds. And so it was just a really big time saver for a lot of busy moms like me. So now I'm so thrilled that I get to spend my day helping other people with their business and help them save time as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, full disclosure here. When I met you guys and I subscribed to your service, and I kind of poked around in it, and I was like, I don't really get it. And then I didn't really do it for a little while. And then I had some social media managers working on some of my accounts, and one of the social media managers just didn't work out. So I had to take on some of it myself. So I was like, exactly like you were. I was like, wow, this is, and I'm not, by the way, I'm not a fan of using one. People say, which one do you like best? I use a combination of social media posting platforms for my clients. So I was like, well, let me dig into Cinchshare. And as soon as I got the hang of it, which literally took me a minute, I mean, it wasn't like I really hadn't given it a fair shot. I was like, oh my gosh, I've told like 50 people about this. I mean, and I talked to a lot of people about social media. I just had to text Christina for a second. She can't find us. Yeah. So.
We had tried other software and stuff as well, and we use many things ourselves, and we really built Cinchshare to be really simple. And so what we wanted it to be was not confusing. We had gone in and tried Hootsuite and a couple others, and they're just, they're pretty complex, and you can do a whole lot of things with them. And for us and for my business, literally, I was looking specifically for mainly Facebook and then Pinterest as well. And, now that we're growing and we've kind of mastered one platform, we're moving on to the others, but a lot of our customers are direct sellers, and they are really using Facebook. And so for us, it was a no-brainer that we just needed to create some time-saving tools around scheduling to Facebook, so that it's not just simply a scheduler. It's more about the time that you can save, because it's so quick and it is so easy, and you don't need to be a pro at using a ton of different software to figure it out. You can schedule a post or two and you're a pro. So it does take like 4 or 5 minutes just to poke your head around, but if you can give it 4 or 5 minutes to poke your head around and check it out, then it'll be so super easy, and you'll be like, wow, what do I do now with my evening? Because now I have time to watch anything you want or do whatever you want.
Right. Well, it's funny because when we first talked, we talked about Twitter, and right now Cinchshare does not post to Twitter. And I had all these like, well, I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that. And once I learned how it actually works, I was like, it doesn't need to do any of those things. Like it's such a different way of looking at social media content that, like I feel like I kind of want to go, I look back and I'm like, I was kind of putting a square peg in a round hole, right? Like it's so brilliant the way it works right now that, I don't really want it to do with the things that I wanted it to do. I can still use the other services that I can use, to manage the other platforms. But the way Cinchshare manages like the history of the content and being able to reuse content is I've never seen anywhere before.
Yeah, well, that's awesome to hear. I mean, I think that we do definitely have something unique, and the history is fabulous. And we've got some new features coming down and getting ready to release later this spring. So we're excited about what we do and what we create. And ultimately, we always just want to make sure that we keep our software simple, so it is easy for the computer novice to get on there and figure it out. And it's just as easy as using Facebook itself. So we definitely see, a lot of people, we do have some questions where they come in and say, hey, can you do this, this, and this, for LinkedIn or Twitter? And, we kind of are laser focused in what our services is. And really, like I mentioned before, it's all about the time saving tools. We've got, several features that really, really help you save time. And so it, gets the job done. And then, if you need to reuse your content, which we do all the time, then you can just go to your history and it's easy to filter and you can search and you can find what you want and repost. And it just is a really nice tool.
So when did you start Cinchshare? How long ago was the first client brought onto Cinchshare?
Okay, so I built Cinchshare originally for myself. It wasn't going to be for anybody else to use. And so it didn't have to be pretty. It just needed to kind of get the job done. And so when I showed it to Haley, immediately she was like, this is amazing. We need to share it with some other members of our team. So we just, kind of let it spread from there. But I forgot what your original question was.
How long have you been has Cinchshare been around? I guess?
Okay.
As a product that somebody can buy.
Okay, well, we released for the public on January 17th of 2014. So we're just over 2 years old. And, we kind of just grew pretty much just by word of mouth. That's really all we've done, and just by using Facebook. So, a lot of our customers are really, really great at sharing what they love. And, they come to our Facebook page and they give us fabulous reviews. And every day I wake up and that's like the number one thing I do is I go look at our Facebook reviews and I'm like, wow, people are so sweet and so genuine. And I love that, that I've built something that allows them to have more time back in their day.
Well, and I love that you had the vision to share it with everybody because, I teach social media, I manage social media, and that market, the direct sales market, is a really tough market for me to help because it just is. There's, they're looking to kind of bootstrap a lot of what they're doing. And, so I do a lot of training and they're not always really all that technically savvy. Some are, but a lot really aren't. And, so I think you really hit like a sweet spot. I think you really hit a sweet spot. And tell everybody how many customers do you have now in 2 years?
We've got about 14,000.
Isn't that amazing? That is amazing. And that's because people love it. It's because people love it, right?
Right. And if you go and check out some of our reviews, we've got people who say, they've started using our software, and, direct sellers, they are, and we are, I'm still in that industry, we get into direct sales for many reasons. A lot of it is to help make, a couple $100 extra, $100, $200 a month, to help out with, some expenses for the family, for kids, for, things like that. And then obviously you love the product, love the message. And so, if you're looking for something to use and you need to use something in your business, you're not going to be looking for something that's $100. You're going to be looking for something that's for like $10, So the price point was there, and then the time saving feature was there. We don't have a ton of time. We're all busy. We can't be on Facebook all day. It's not, unless you're getting paid for it, it's really tough to do. So, it was just really important for us to create something that other direct sellers could use. And it is fantastic to hear, that so many people say, hey, I started using this and my sales have tripled. And, they'll even give out numbers. I think one gal said that she made $11,000 in 1 month after she started using Cinchshare because she had so many sales. And that's fantastic to hear that, the software is being able to touch people and help them grow their business.
Well, and I think what it does too, what I would imagine it does too, is help them really look at it as a business, right? Because now they're making this, it's a small investment, but they're making this monthly investment in the marketing of their business, and putting together maybe a marketing plan around that, even if it's a very loose plan. I'm going to post pictures from the parties that I do, or I'm going to, every day I'm going to post a tip or whatever, or a product. It kind of gets people to start to think about social media as an actual sales and marketing tool, not just as everybody says I need to be on Facebook tool.
That's right. I think that there are a lot of people who, get on Facebook and they start seeing that you can share about your business on there and you can make friends and grow your team. And so it's one of those things that is great to be on there. But then very quickly you can find yourself losing 3-4 hours, on Facebook. And if you don't have a plan, I wouldn't say you necessarily need to have a plan specifically, but when you actually start thinking ahead of time about what you're going to post, I think that's when people start seeing the more success with their business, because they're not just going around and, doing something in the moment and posting and sharing in the moment. They're actually thinking about it ahead of time. They're putting thought towards it and saying, and they're looking towards themselves and towards their business saying, how can I do better? How can I reach more people? How can I make sure that, I'm getting the word out there? And, when you start planning and plan ahead and you start scheduling some of your posts, that's when you start to see that you're going to have more followers. People are more able to engage. And for a lot of our customers, they hold Facebook parties and they have Facebook events. And being able to schedule those posts is absolutely a must, because if you are always worried about what you're going to post next, a lot of these events are very fast moving. And if you're worried about what you're going to post next, you're not able to be there to, answer the questions and engage with your audience. And that's where it all happens. It's all within those conversations, meeting people, talking to them, see what they need to, have, why do they need to have your product in their lives, and find out what their needs are. And once you're able to listen and, find out what their needs are and talk to them, you find out that they're just like you. They're just another, parent or mom or, busy working person, and they need the product. So, that's where they're able to, really share and have their business grow, because they're building those relationships, not worried about what they're posting.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And I love that I see that whole market, like the whole network marketing industry. I love that I see more people taking it seriously and looking at it like a real business and making real money at some of these, in some of these industries. I think that tools like yours help make that happen, because there wasn't really a tool like this before. You could do some scheduling directly to Facebook, but not anywhere near as, like, you guys all have to try this. Hallie, don't I have like a coupon code or something we could put in there too? You guys all have to try this. I'm not kidding you. You have to try this service. I think I can, or you know what it is probably. I think it's a generic one, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to check it out, you can go to cinchshare.com and just enter the promo code CS-FREE. So CSFREE, and that can get you your first month free, so you can check it out. Actually, we do a standard 7-day trial, and you get that on top of the free month. So you actually have like 37 days to try it out before you decide whether it's something that you want to use or something that it's going to work for you and your business.
Right. So this show is called Get Seen, Be Heard. So Jennifer, I'm going to spotlight you here a little bit. 2 years ago, you were Jennifer, wife and mom of 4 kids, and oh yeah, here's Christina. So I'll start this question over again because I want Christina to jump in and introduce you. Hey, you made it!
Oh, hi, Christina.
Very tiny more with the New York City in the background.
If it's too loud, tell me, I'll mute. I'm like in this little alcove outside of the Starbucks has like a concert going on. It's crazy.
Of course I do.
So I'm in the bank like ATM area.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So
that's
if it gets
funny.
loud, I'll mute.
Well, I want to get back to our conversation with Jennifer, but before we do that, Christina, I would love for you to tell everybody why you're in New York, because we didn't talk a little bit about PR, and so if that's okay with you, we didn't really talk a little bit about PR and social media, which is how we usually start the show.
Yeah,
Christina wasn't here, so why don't you tell everybody why you're in New York, Christina?
Well, I'm here for a little guerrilla marketing. If you're a fan of the Today Show, Savannah Guthrie is in a medical booth. And my other business besides PR for Anyone, which launched PR for Anyone, is cosmetic designs. And I've been trying to get on the Today Show the regular way, but it's sweeps month, and this really isn't a sweeps kind of story. So I took a picture of Savannah in her boot and superimposed my decorated boot on it and made a 4-foot poster, and I'm going to the plaza tomorrow to try to give her some product.
Awesome.
Don't you love that? Don't you love that? I mean, and that's literally, this is the reason we do this show, was to show you guys how there's so many ways to get that, to get that publicity, to really elevate your business, in so many ways. So I love that you're doing that. So everybody that's listening,
tune in tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
All right.
And, give Christina. Hopefully, we'll see you in the plaza. I mean, with your 4-foot high picture of Savannah, I can't imagine that.
Yeah. And I will be front row. We are getting there early. So 8 o'clock hour. Look for me.
So that's really funny. So we talked a little bit to Jennifer about like her business and how it's grown. And right now, so just a quick recap. 2 years ago, they had this product that her and her husband had created this for them to be able to use for their network marketing business, right? So she had a team, and her team started using it. And about 2 years ago, it became available to the public. So where I was just about to go was 2 years ago, Jennifer Johnson, mom of 4, wife, and has lots of friends and family. But now Jennifer Johnson is the CEO of a company that is changing 14,000 lives, 14,000 entrepreneurs. Christine, it's got really loud all of a sudden. So 14,000 entrepreneurs are now know who you are, Jennifer. So how did that happen? How did you get your first 100 clients?
The first 100, I think that when we actually launched, we had over 600 that signed up that day. We literally had people, just by me telling a few people about what it was and what it could do, it just got shared. And so we had people saying, when are you going to launch? When are you going to launch? And we're like, well, we just have to throw up a website, so hold on. And so we did. We just kind of threw up a website, and we didn't, have any clue as to branding and what we needed to do. And I think that we've grown a ton. I know that I've grown a ton just in the past 2 years. My husband and I are both entrepreneurial. We've started several businesses in the past, and I had a pottery business, and it was successful. And I just had kind of fun doing that in my own time. But then when we started Cinchshare, it became real busy, real fast, because we had so many people that were signing up and interested in signing up. So it just kind of grew from there. I think that we had over 1,000 people in our first few months that signed up, and then they were loving it, and they were saying this is great, and they didn't care that it didn't look all sleek and have the nice branding colors. So I just kind of did a bunch of research, and I realized what we needed. So we went and we figured out what we needed for branding, and absolutely love what we came up with. And and we basically haven't stopped. We released that day and have been running since, and it's been super fun. And we're excited to keep going.
Well, what I love about that story, I love a lot of things about that story, but one of the things I love about that story was you just did it. You didn't wait for it to be perfect. You went out and did it, and then you made it perfect as you went. Like you knew that it had to be out there, so it was out there. And then, so now it's available for Facebook, and you can pin from it, which is an amazing tool, the ability to pin from the history. But now you're looking maybe rolling it out to Twitter, right? So I love, like you're just continually enhancing it as opposed to waiting for it to be done.
Yeah, I think that it's always going to be a work in progress. We never want to say that we're completely finished. We started off with just we had some basic features. We added along the way, and now we're just going to kind of keep moving forward. With everything that we learned. It's definitely always a work in progress. And I'm a big believer that you don't have to have things perfect before you start. You just start, and you just put one step in front of the other, and you just get started, and you just keep going, and you're going to find your way. Even if you have no clue what you're doing. I had no clue what I'm doing. And just after researching and learning and talking to so many people, I've grown, and I've learned a lot. And now I definitely run this company I make every decision, and it's a blast. And I think that I do it well, and I think that the people that I have working for me do it well. And Haley is fantastic. She's completely indispensable with my team, and we are looking to grow this year. And so, it's kind of one of those things that you don't really know what you're doing. You just kind of just go out and do it, and you don't ask for permission. You just go do it.
I love that. My business mentor always says, imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. And it's just like this
That's
trip
right.
here. I said to my husband, I'm a huge hockey fan, and Wayne Gretzky's big quote is, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you just got to go for it. I love that.
That's right. And when we started, we didn't even have plans that it would become, as big as it is, and it's grown like it has. It's just one of those things that you just kind of start doing. And it's, like I said, I think it's more of like a calling. I think it just I just grew into it, and built it. It didn't fall into my lap. It wasn't by luck. It was by choice. I definitely made things happen. And, I think life in itself is, a work in progress. So, you shouldn't be afraid to get started and just try, because you're right. You never know what's going to happen. And so you just got to put yourself out there.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to jump in, by the way, jump into the empty seat, and you can ask Jennifer, Christina, or I any questions. So what I really didn't get to in the beginning either was like, let's talk about what's happening in social media. But I wanted to stick with this platform because, I have, clients that I manage their social media. And then I also teach people how to manage their own social media. And I do workshops, and I do a lot of speaking. So I have the enterprise model of most of the tools that I have. Like, and I use Hootsuite, and I have the enterprise model, and I use Manage Flitter and Social, and I use them for all strategically. This is the simplest one, but it is definitely in my bag of tricks now. So all of you people that, that might be listening to this, that think that, it's for a network marketer, somebody that, posts to Facebook once or twice a day, a couple times a week. No way. It is absolutely, I would absolutely encourage you all to check it out. And then once you get in there and you see the kinds of things you could do with it, like they talk about like the shoemaker's children, like my Pinterest has been so abandoned for so long. And now all of a sudden I'm pinning to Pinterest because it's so easy, this tool, So, so I would kind of encourage.
It is so easy.
Yeah. And it's encouraging me to it's encouraging, by the way, I'm gushing, but I'm not gushing on your behalf, Jennifer. I'll be doing this whether you are here or not. It's got Canva built into it. And so I was talking about this on another blog one time, and they were like, the real Canva? I'm like, yeah, the real Canva. Like built into this. So Jennifer went out of her way I'm assuming you had to make some kind of arrangements with Canva to build that into your service. But you can literally, once you log in, you can create an image right in Canva, right within the Cinchshare software, and then post it, save it, pin it, reuse it without ever leaving Cinchshare. And by the way, and and the other thing, Jennifer, that you said to me that I was just like, yeah. I was like, do you have an app? And she's like, we don't have an app. We don't need an app. We have such a great mobile. And I was just like, yeah, you need an app. You don't need an app. I mean, it seems like an app. You just go on the mobile site, and it seems like I have an app on my phone. So kudos. I'm telling you, you did an unbelievable job.
Thank you. Yeah, you can create a shortcut to the website so that, it looks like an app. You just click the icon, and, we've got tips that we share about how to do that. But, once you create the icon and you've got that link, you just click it and it takes you right in. And we did build our site to be completely mobile responsive. And we did it instead of an app, because building an app was super expensive, that we didn't have the ability to get started with that. So we just did it one way. And, as we started growing and hearing from our customers, hearing the feedback, a lot of people are like, oh, is this an app? Do I need to download it to my phone? I don't have any more storage space on my phone. So it's one of those things that like, nope, you don't have to worry about downloading anything. You just go to use your favorite browser and go to the website. So it works for us. Everything that we do, it just works. So Canva is amazing. They have a Design with Canva button, and we absolutely fell in love with Canva. Haley uses it every day and creates all of our images there. And, we've got a lot of people who use it and love it. And we love that it is able to be built right into our software. And so you said it right, where you can just get into Cinchshare and you can schedule your posts, you can create your images, you can work without having to kind of get sucked into the platform itself. So, you can be in Cinchshare and organizing and creating posts for your business without actually spending 4 hours on Facebook. And the same is true for Pinterest. I know that when I go onto Pinterest on my own, I find myself lost for 3 hours pinning and finding all sorts of things that I want to do and make that I will, probably never have time for, but I pin them anyway. And when you pin from your history in Cinchshare, you can do that easily from your phone. Like you were just showing your phone a second ago. I do that every night. I go into, like before bed, I lay down and I have my phone and I just pin a few minutes, and it kind of helps you sleep easy knowing that, hey, I went above and beyond today. I didn't do just Facebook. I did Facebook and Pinterest and before bed. So it's kind of like, right before bed, I got things accomplished. So now I can go to sleep and rest easy.
Well, and you know what, Jennifer, I love that you said that too, because, I get a lot of people say, you're always on your phone, but this is my business. So you can be sitting at your kid's soccer game and you could be like pinning from your phone to your things. You're working, you're watching the game. I don't suggest you do it while you're playing board games with your kids, but you can be available for them. You can make that part of your business mobile and do it from wherever you want to be to do that.
And that being mobile is key for a lot of our customers and for myself even. As a busy mom, I have a tough time being online during dinner, bedtime, bath time hours. And, if I have my posts scheduled and they're already set to go out, then I can monitor from my phone and I can engage with people with little conversations here and there without actually spending, an hour on my phone. I can glance at it for a minute or two and it's good to go for another half an hour, and so it's very important to be mobile because that's the mobile world we live in now.
Right.
Yeah, I just read a statistic that by the end of this year, 67% of all internet views will be from a mobile device. That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a lot. It is a lot.
I know. I'm definitely in there, and my battery barely makes it through the whole day. I usually have to plug it in like at my kid's bedtime because it's like 5%. You always have to go back in there, but you can schedule, you can do everything from the mobile version, or you can schedule it on a computer and then just sit back and engage with your audience with your phone, So it's definitely a tool to try out if you're a busy person and need some more time back.
Right. So here, I don't know who here FYDO, if you tell me your name, I'll call you by your name, but she's asking, can she control client accounts as well as her own? So basically, Allie, what it is you sign in with your Facebook account, and any Facebook page you have the rights to, you can control from Cinchshare. So the account is mine. It's Karen's. Like my team can't log into that unless they're logging in with my Facebook page, right? But any page that I have, admin rights to, I can post to from this app. Is that right?
That's right. So our software is designed to connect with a single Facebook account. So it was more designed for the single user, for the direct seller, for the single small business owner, and not necessarily for social media managers that kind of manage multiple accounts. It can be done, like Karen said, if you so with your account, you can schedule posts to your timeline. You can schedule posts to groups that you're an admin of, to any page that you're the admin of. And it will post as the page for whatever page you are. So if you are in charge of 5 different people's Facebook pages, you can get that all done with Cinchshare in using your one account.
Cool. So kind of getting back to your story, because that's what I really want. I know it's great to talk about all the things. So Allie, jump on the extra seat, by the way, and let's chat. But do you find have you or your business evolved into, in the way that it's, I'm trying to figure out how to best say this. Have you evolved now, because I know you've actually mentioned a couple of testimonials and people are saying on Facebook every day. I really firmly believe that this tool is making a big difference in the profitability of many, many network marketers. And I've actually sent the tool to a couple of my family members, my friends that have network marketing businesses. Do you get involved with them, with their businesses at all? Or do you really pretty much just stick to their posting?
You know, I don't get involved really in anybody's business. What we do offer is we kind of hold free trainings that we do on Facebook, and we mimic the way that our customers are using our software with their Facebook parties. And so we're able to use our software, we're able to showcase it because we're scheduling all of our posts to go out during this 1 hour live training. And so we have people who get their teams together and they join the training and they learn about our time-saving features and they learn some social media tips and tricks to get started. And, you know, we oftentimes, you know, the ones that we have, we do public ones on our page a couple times a month, and then we have private ones where they're, you know, private events or closed groups. And, you know, we definitely have teams that kind of come in and say, you know, okay, so I have all of my paparazzi, you know, sisters here, and they're all learning about how to use the software, how to do their business. And so it'll be tailored a little bit to them. We'll kind of, you know, tailor our posts to them and, you know, some things like that in our album. But as far as like getting into the nitty gritty of their business, with direct sales and network marketing, a lot of it is very similar. It doesn't matter what company you're with or what product you sell. You kind of have to go about learning and how to market yourself the right way. And I think that's the biggest struggle that our industry has is, you know, people jump on board and they're new and they don't know the rules of you know, Facebook etiquette or social media etiquette. And so they start doing stuff really wrong. You know, they add people to groups that they're not supposed to be, you know, and nobody's trying to.
Exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah. And nobody's trying to do it wrong. It just means that they haven't learned the right way to do it yet. And so once they learn the right way, then they say, oh, okay, I get that. And then they, you know, they learn from their, you know, what they were doing. And it's all a learning process. You know, when you first start on, you know, a lot of people aren't used to like marketing their business on social media. And so when they kind of make the leap to start doing that, they're going to stumble and they're going to make some mistakes, and it's okay. But we just like to share the tips on, you know, on how to do it the right way to make sure that you don't get, you know, people blocking you, and so that you don't scare away all your friends and family, you know.
Right. And you know what, when I talked to, go ahead, Christina.
Oh no, I was just trying, because I missed the first part. So how, like, you know, because there's other people listening, and Hootsuite and social, like we talked about. So what does yours do that helps, you know, that's different from those, you know, that makes you not make these mistakes like that you're talking about?
So our software is designed to be super simple. So everything is laid out on the screen, so you don't have to click a window. If you're going into Cinchshare, you know you're scheduling. You know that you're not going to be posting live. So there, you know, we have our calendar already up and ready. It doesn't need to be clicked on. It's just reducing the amount of clicks it takes to get the job done. So that's what we've done, is we've kind of laid it out really simple. We've added some time-saving tools like our photo URL feature, where you can, you know, grab an image and import it into Cinchshare without actually having to download it to your computer.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, find a file for it to save in. Because if you think about that, when you find an image you want to use, and you download it, and you find the file that you want to save it in, and then you save it, and then you go back into Cinchshare and you upload, you have to find it all over again. That takes like 2 or 3 minutes, and it takes a lot of clicks. And so we just reduce that with our software.
That's awesome. So it's like WordPress, like once you upload something, it's there, you have it forever. Yeah.
Yep. And then it's saved in your history.
And you guys posted a great in the comments, 37-day free trial. So I know I'm definitely going to sign up, but everyone can scroll back and look in the link and see it.
We lost Allie.
Awesome.
Oh, come back, Allie. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Jennifer, I just had a client the other day, Christina, you know her, you know, I was basically teaching her how to start to create content. And basically what I said to her is a lot of the content can be reused. So like if it's Mother's Day, you can create images for Mother's Day for the sale items and things like that. And then if it's in your Cinchshare history, next Mother's Day, it's still there. So just be careful when you create the images. It is absolutely okay to use those images again a year from now. No one's going to remember that, you know? So while it's in your Cinchshare history, that saves so much time. So there's some work up front to create the content. But like for me, I do like Twitter Tuesday. So I can create 6 different Twitter Tuesday images, and then week 7, go back to week 1. And it's okay to do that. And that's all in the history and really, really easy to post. So Allie, welcome. Tell us a little bit about you and what you're doing.
Like I said, I have a few small business clients. That's really kind of my niche, I guess. That's who has come to me. So I I'll take that. It started out just as a few of my friends that were business owners that didn't have any idea what to do online, and knowing that I had a marketing and advertising background and some computer skills, they all started coming to me saying, help, what do I do? And so that's when I said, there are an awful lot of people asking me to show them how to do this. Must be I know something about it. Maybe I should start my own business.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of what I'm in the midst of building at the moment. But like you were saying, reusing content definitely saves a lot of time. You're not going to hit every single one of your followers the first time around. So it's not like everyone's going to say, oh, she used that 7 weeks ago. They're not going to realize.
Nor do they care, really.
No.
We're the only ones that care about that.
Yeah. And not only that, but I mean, one of the major rules in marketing is somebody needs to see something, 5 to 7 times before it even registers and sinks in with them. So, that's part of how it goes. But I have been, going ahead and scheduling Facebook posts for clients just within Facebook itself. And so what struck me about what you were saying today is I do find myself, I get distracted because I see, something pop up that, oh, that needs my attention, or, oh, I could get a great idea from that, or, and off you go. And then before you know it, you're an hour behind schedule of what you have planned to do for the day. So I like that, that aspect of working in something like what you're offering. And
Allie, you can schedule to groups too. I don't know if we mentioned that, but you can schedule to your Facebook group that you're in as well, which is very good.
To groups that you are an admin of, to any pages that you're an admin of, there's unlimited. And then what's really cool about our software too is that you can schedule to Facebook events too, and albums even. So if you have, a custom album on your business page that you have that shows your inventory of product, you can schedule posts to go to your album. You can schedule them to go to your Facebook event. So if you're holding a new release, or, we have some authors and we have some realtors that are using our software, and they kind of do the same thing. They kind of go in and can schedule and not lose 4 hours on Facebook and create it once. And then, if you're creating something, and if you have similar clients that are posting the same stuff, you can kind of make some of them, generic and reuse it for multiple people.
Yeah, especially if they're not in the same, target market, if they're not looking for the same customer or in the same location even, that makes it even better for reuse, I think.
Yeah, I agree. So Christina, do you have any, you have a VA that puts some stuff, right? I mean, I know I do too, but I'm in there are you in there also?
Certain platforms. I'm in Facebook a lot. I try to hit Twitter once a day at least. It really depends, travel schedule, that kind of stuff. But I really try to make it my voice, and that, I help with the posts and then their schedule. So that's why I'm really excited about this. If we can do this in groups and that kind of stuff too, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. And Christina and I are actually, I guess we can talk about it. We haven't done it yet, but Christina and I are actually putting together a Get Seen Be Heard group so that we can start posting more of this stuff in the group. We've created it. We just haven't invited anybody to it yet because we haven't done anything with it yet.
We're getting there.
That's good. That's good that you have it created.
Anyway, next week, that could be our goal. We'll have the group ready so we can start talking about that.
Imperfect action.
All right.
Yeah. That's right. Imperfect action. How would that? I'm going to go make it live right now and add it.
There you go.
Add it right now.
Yeah, and you guys can just, if you're going to check out Cinchshare, you can, schedule a few posts to it and just check it out and just see how it works, so you can see, start building it.
So Jennifer, your husband you just came home one day and said, honey, we need to build this. And that's.
I mean, pretty much, yes, he was a developer for a local school district back in Colorado. And so he, is a web developer, and he did that in his day job. And at working at a school district, a lot of the people that are using the products and the software at school districts a lot of them are women. And so they're also looking for, ways to make it easier and less confusing and kind of simplify things. And that was kind of his specialty. And so when he sat down with me and said, show me everything that you're doing for your business and marketing online. And so I showed him what I was doing. I had, I had like these little note cards, and I had like a Word document up with, some saved text there, and, like your email signatures where you kind of have that information saved. And so he created text clips for me, and that's what it's called in our software. It's called text clips. So you can save some of your, most used signature type things, like if you have a website, or if you have, your business page link, openings and closings, things that you find yourself using often or copying and pasting often, that you can go in and save that in Cinchshare, so that all you have to do is click it and insert it right into your message without having to go to a different screen. And so those are some time-saving things that he kind of helped me build. And he just sat down and watched what I was doing and said, yeah, we can totally streamline this for you. Because with the amount of posts that I was doing on Facebook, it was taking me about an hour and a half every night to kind of schedule my posts with using the other software. And that took all of my time once I cut the kids to bed. That took all of my time, and then it was time for me to go to sleep and start all over again. And so then I'm like, well, shoot, now I don't have time with my best friend, and we don't have time to watch Walking Dead or any of that fun stuff. So, so that's when, we just, we built this software, and it really streamlined my posting for my business. So instead of taking an hour and a half every night, I was done in 15, 20 minutes. And so then I had my, I had my priorities in order.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It really is. And I love that you just kind of went for it though, Jennifer. I really do. I love that you just kind of went for it, because you really could have just kept it for you, but and that's what I love to see. I love to have people see that there's a way, you can think bigger, even if you don't really know what that might look like in 2 years, that, it's not just for people that have, came up with this business idea and said, I want a business. You didn't decide you wanted to run a business. You decided you wanted support for your own stuff,
That's right. So, I think that's where a lot of good ideas are made. You find something that you do, and, find something that works for you and build it. And it worked for me. And then it worked for Haley, and all the people that heard about it, they're like, we want to try it. And it was for them, for everybody. That, one of the things we hear most often is people say, I was so scared to give it a try because I'm not very, I'm kind of Facebook and technology challenged, and so they're afraid to give it a try. And then they say, when they sign up, they say, how did I not try this sooner? Because this is saving my business. And hearing those things is amazing. And I would not be hearing those things every day if I hadn't just gone for it. And so it really is amazing. And I think that what's amazing too is that all of our customers are amazing too, because they're not, just worrying about themselves. They're taking the time to go to our Facebook page and write us reviews and tell us and tell their friends and share about it. And so that's how we've grown, simply by word of mouth in 2 years, because it is something that's helping people save time. It's helping them be better business owners and put more thought around what they're posting. And, even if you're a beginner and you don't know how to post and you don't know the rules and the etiquette, then you just dive in, and, you learn it along the way. If you do it wrong at first, then you do it wrong at first. I know I did. Right. And, you just something that you just learned, and then you go back and you say, yeah, I learned from that, and that's how we all grow.
Yeah.
Now, I was wondering, do you have you thought about creating an affiliate program so that people maybe can refer their clients once they teach them? Some clients you have are just not going to pay you, endlessly to manage their social media. At some point, they're going to say, oh, well, why don't you show me how to do it? So have you thought of having an affiliate program so that, you can...
Yeah, we did. We do, actually. We released it the beginning of January. So if you go to cinchshare.com, there are links at the top, and there's one of them called Ambassador. And there's a application that you just fill out, and there's a kind of like a 2-step process, and then you have your affiliate link. And so we do have people that are sharing their links. And, for us, it was a no-brainer to create an affiliate or ambassador program because there are so many people who are sharing, and they do it because it helps their business and they love it. And so they're happy to share. But for us, we wanted a way to kind of give back for the people who are out there sharing about us, because just saying, hey, thank you. I saw that message, where you shared about Cinchshare, and that's so awesome. We were doing things where we would occasionally hand out, gift cards, and we'd mail them, and I always wanted to, make sure that everybody knows just how appreciative I am of them sharing about our business, because we wouldn't be here and we wouldn't have the business we do if it weren't for them sharing. And so I'm so amazed at the support that we have. And so for us, we did create our ambassador program so that, you could make money on the people that you refer to Cinchshare. And then that's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's really easy. Yeah, it was really easy because I actually became a man ambassador, and it was really easy to be able to share that. Does anybody else have any questions? Allie, you're welcome to hang out, but if anybody else has any questions, let us know in the chat, because we've only got maybe another 10 minutes. So, and we want to get anybody in that has any questions. Is the sound okay? Because somebody was saying that it was hard to listen to. Are you all having that problem?
It was off for just a few minutes.
Okay, because I know
I keep going in and out. When the music gets really loud at the Starbucks, I hit my mute, and I know I'm bad.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So what's next for Cinchshare, Jennifer?
Okay, so what's coming up for Cinchshare is Twitter. We've had quite a few people ask us, if we're going to be scheduling to Twitter, and it's something that we've been working towards. But for me, it's not just about scheduling to Twitter. It's about making it work for our customers, our current customers, and making it work for people in the industry. So I always want to stay true to our core values, and that's to stay simple and so that anybody can use it. I want complete novices to be able to come on and use our software. And I think that I need to make sure that we always keep thought around that. And so for me, that's like the number one thing I want to keep in mind. But right now we're currently testing Twitter, and I reached out to a handful of people yesterday because we're looking for a few new testers. And so Karen, I know I definitely want you to get in there and have a chat with you. But I'm basically I know Facebook, and so I was able to create the time-saving tools that were necessary for Facebook. And I'm kind of new to Twitter, so I've been spending the last month really kind of getting to know Twitter and starting to learn the ins and outs. And I actually found out last night, which I had no idea about Twitter, that you could subscribe to people's Twitter lists. And I'm like, I had no idea. And so it was like the light bulb went off, and I'm like, wow, I could have saved time this whole last month if I'd known that.
Twitter lists are very important to your success.
Exactly, but for me, it's all about learning. And I think that because I am our target audience, I'm our target customer. And so if I can't do something, if something's too extreme or too complicated, too time consuming for me, then I know that our customers aren't going to be able to use it either. And so for me, it's all about learning what I can do. And so right now I'm really working on scheduling to Twitter through Cinchshare right now on our testing site, and figuring out kind of what's working. Because if I know what's working for us, then I know it can work for other network marketers, direct sellers, and people in that regard. And so we do have the basic functionality for Twitter ready, but I know that it's not done yet. I want some more bells and whistles to go with it. So we're going to hope to kind of finish out some of those things in the next month or two and release our Twitter feature later this spring.
Very cool.
So I'll give you my 2 cents on that. And you're looking into it, but the thing I love about Social Oomph is the whole bucket concept, where you can post the same quote or content, and drip it over X amount of time. So I would definitely recommend something like that in Cinchshare, so you can just create that content one time and say, okay, drip this every 5 days, or whatever, however you're going to do that.
That's perfect. I love your tip.
It's really funny. That's exactly what I said to them when I met them a couple of months ago.
But
now that I'm using it, I don't know if I still agree with that.
Okay.
I think that because the images are in history, I can still use Social Oomph to do all of that. Cinchshare is so simple that I don't need to complicate it by doing all those things. If I can just take the images that I've already shared to Facebook and to Pinterest, and if I can send them out to Twitter a couple of times while I'm in Cinchshare, just do a quick, because I don't, it's not, people don't send enough images to Twitter. So if I could send those images to Twitter from that history while I'm in Cinchshare, and it could take me 2 seconds to do it once or twice a day, I would really, that very simple feature alone would make me very happy.
Oh,
So more, getting more complicated. I'm okay with, I'm doing okay with social, but what I don't have a really easy way to do is take this thing that I did to Facebook and easily send it to Twitter when I want to send it to Twitter.
Right,
So
right.
It's funny. We started out the show by saying exactly that. I said to Haley and Jennifer all the exact same things you said, and then once I started using it, I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to be able to do all that with this. I love the simplicity of it.
Right, and I think for us, we definitely want to make sure that we have the features that can be the one tool for our main core audience, which is direct sellers and network marketers, and small businesses are included in that. It's just that some people who it's their job to do social media, and so they can afford multiple programs. They can use 3 or 4, but for our audience, $10 is a lot, and when you're getting into a business to simply make $100 or $200 extra dollars a month, everything that you spend out, just it makes that step further, away. And so for us, we want to make sure that we can make it so that everybody can use it. If you're using to Twitter, and if you're going to use Facebook, and you can go to Pinterest, without having the need to have multiple products. I think that our customers would use our features slightly a bit different than like you had mentioned, Christina, with the bucket. But in a sense, we kind of have that ability, and I'm going to definitely talk to Karen soon and show her some of the features that we have surrounding that, and we can share with you. And I would love to continue to get your guys' input on what we're building.
That'd be awesome. I always love to be a beta tester, and because if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong with me. I've even had Apple come into my computer, and they're like, we don't know how you're doing this. Like, we've never seen this before. So I'm definitely the one you want, trust me.
That's so funny that you said that, Christina, because my husband says the same thing. He's like, technology doesn't like you. It always messes up my computers. I'm like, I can't get it to work. And he just comes on over, and his presence near my computer, and all of a sudden I'm like, well, now it's working.
They even said to me, they think I have something magnetic in my body that messes up computer programs.
Yeah, I am telling you, people have said the same thing to me. Like, I have the worst freaking internet everywhere I go. I have terrible signal. Doesn't matter. At home, I have had a cable company completely rewire my house and my street. Okay, because my internet is so bad. And
wow.
Crazy.
I think it's because maybe we have all magnetic personalities.
I like that. I like that a lot.
1,000 devices I have on at any given time.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Awesome. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us today. Is there anything else you want to share with people before we wrap this up?
I just want to share that we did create our event, that we're going to be having our public Facebook event with you next Wednesday at 9 p.m. So you guys can just check out the Cinchshare Facebook page, and there's the event right in there, so you guys can click going. And I think that for people who are wanting to learn how to expand a little bit and make sure that they have a really awesome profile on LinkedIn, Karen's going to help us get everybody and all of our customers that one step further. So I'm excited.
I'm very excited for that. Awesome. And I just put a link in the chat here to the Facebook group for Get to Be Heard, so you guys can be the very first people in the group. So now, Christina, we've got to start posting.
We've got to start posting. Well, hopefully I have some fun stuff to post in the morning. I just have to remember to go in there and do it. Yeah.
You know what? I'll go in there and do it. I'll be watching. Okay. Don't you just feed me.
Okay.
I'll take you. I'll take you.
And who do we have next week? Do you know?
We have Jenny Powers. We have Jenny Powers next week. Jenny Powers runs an organization called Running with Heels, and it supports women entrepreneurs.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so she's in New York City, and she's got Running with Heels, and she supports women entrepreneurs, and her business has really exploded. So and I've actually talked at some of her events, and we both blog for the Daily Worth, so there's, we have a lot of synergies, but I'm really excited to have her here with us next week. So definitely, I don't think we have the link up yet, but definitely, Christina, that will be on yours, Christina. That will be on Christina's Blab account. So look for that next week. And then definitely go to the Cinchshare account and come hang out with us next week while I'm not really sure what they're calling. I'm hosting their Facebook party, I guess, next week. So I'm really excited to be doing that. And as soon as we're done here, I'm going to do all of my homework for you guys for that. so we can get it rolling.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for having me on here.
Thank
guys.
you.
It was nice
Sorry
talking
I
with
was
you.
late.
Bye.
Yeah, all right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks so much for being here this week. We'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us today on our Blab series, Get Seen, Be Heard. If you've missed any episodes, you can always find us at www.getseenbeheardtv.com/YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll always be notified when we upload a new episode. We work together with clients, helping them combine social media and PR to get more customers and grow their business. If that sounds like something you'd like to learn more about, visit us at www.soartoprofit.com. We have regular workshops where we combine our expertise and show you how to use social media and publicity to get seen and be heard. See you next week.